We've made it to roughly the halfway point here in season number 3 of the Portland Trailblazers, my NBA franchise here on NBA 2K24. And things are continuing to go really well for us as we are 31-8. We've completely broken out onto the scene as one of the best teams in the NBA this year. And today we're going to get through pretty much the rest of January leading up to the trade deadline. Our team through the month of December has been phenomenal. We only lost 2 games in that month. And in the last calendar month, we've lost pretty much 1 game. And that's been without Shaedon Sharpe and Anthony Simons for over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And those guys are going to continue to be out until the end of the month. We have the best point differential in the NBA, and we have the second best record overall. 2.5 games behind the Houston Rockets for the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, while the Eastern Conference is a lot more clustered because the top of this conference is, well, a whole lot worse. Obviously, we've highlighted a lot of guys having great seasons. Players like Darius Springer and Ochai Agbaji have really taken leaps this year and have arguably been most improved player candidates. We dove into Khalil Griffin's rookie season in the last episode, how absurdly efficient he has been and why he should maybe get some consideration for the Rookie of the Year. So we've got an interesting schedule here over this next month, and I want to play against the Miami Heat because, well, obviously they have Damian Lillard coming back to Portland. He's had some interesting games against us over the last couple of seasons, and I think it would be pretty interesting to face off against him once again and see how he performs. Obviously, the Heat are led by their big 3 with Dame, Jimmy, and Bam Adebayo, but they have a new piece to the puzzle. The Miami Heat won the NBA draft lottery this past season, selecting Myron Sheridan out of Michigan State with the number 1 pick. Now, it's still unforeseen whether the Heat will use Sheridan as a trade chip or an asset long-term to keep on the roster, but he's had a pretty good rookie season for Miami, and I think they've really improved their depth in the offseason, adding guys like CJ McCollum and Isaiah Joe. So we're going to simulate these next 3 games against Milwaukee, Dallas, and the Nuggets. And for the first time this season, we had a full week-long stretch where we really didn't play very well. We needed a big fourth quarter to defeat the James Wiseman-led Milwaukee Bucks. Never should have got that close to begin with. We then lose to the Mavericks despite a Scoot Henderson masterclass. And then we get blown out by the new-look Denver Nuggets, who have completely flipped their roster over the last couple of seasons as they try to build around Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. So now let's hop into this matchup here against the Miami Heat. This is Damian Lillard's 3rd time back in Portland. Obviously, we've made it a point to face off against the Heat when they've been in Portland over the first 2 seasons of the series. And now I'm intrigued to see this Miami Heat team with Myron Sheridan, the number 1 overall pick and the best prospect we have had enter this series so far. Now, unfortunately for the Heat, during the week-long simulation that we just had, Jimmy Butler suffered an ankle injury, and so he will be unavailable, and it'll be Najee Marshall starting at the 3. So Damian Lillard's going to have to be really the only star-level scorer. Bam Adebayo's going to have to take a leap up offensively, and obviously the Heat are going to need more from their number 1 overall pick, Myron Sheridan. Same starters here for the Blazers as they wait for Sharpe and Simons to recover. Thankfully, since those 2 guys have gotten hurt, we haven't had any new injuries, so fingers crossed we keep it that way as Bam Adebayo wins the tip, and we are underway here in Portland. The Miami Heat currently 8th place in the East, fighting for a playoff spot as the rookie Khalil Griffin gets the scoring started with a step-back 3. Griffin has gotten better each and every month of his NBA career with more volume and more efficiency as he goes along. Damian Lillard with a step-back 3 for the Heat, and they are on the board to tie it up. Lillard, guarded by Agbaji, who has him in hell pretty much the entire possession, but Lillard's going to stay true. Drives inside, he catches Ochai off for just 1 split second, and that's all he needs to get the open dunk. Lillard 3, it falls. Damian Lillard with 8 points already. That's all 8 of Miami's scoring so far. Griffin's trapped, hands it off to Ayton, over to Darius Springer, who drives inside. Acrobatic layup is good. And so far for the Blazers, Springer's been the go-to guy with 6 points. Here's Lillard off the dribble handoff, gets it to Adebayo. Inside for Lillard. Good backdoor cut, good finish, good off-ball movement by Damian Lillard, and we're tied at 10. Ochai Agbaji on the move, no good. Ayton with the offensive rebound, and DeAndre dominating is there with the putback, and it's now 12-10. Sheridan out to Najee Marshall, gets it to Lillard. Lillard at the top of the key, looking for room, gets a little bit, and again, that's all he needs. Lillard, still the only player on the Miami Heat to have scored so far. He is all 13 for them. Here's Griffin, up, and away! Khalil Griffin with the slam, and it's 15-16. Here is Springer. He's going to look to back down on the defender. He draws the double. Springer wants all the smoke. Misses, grabs his own rebound, and gets the putback. Darius Springer doing the dirty work as it's 18-15. Here is Lillard with it for three. He got it. Damian Lillard has all 18 of Miami's points. He's not slowing down. Following possession, Springer out to Griffin. Griffin back to Springer on the wing, lets it fly. Dame's not the only double-figure scorer already. Springer has 11. Lillard hits a three. That's 21 points. What time is it? It's most definitely Dame time. Now, surprisingly, the Miami Heat would take Lillard out of the game off at the timeout, which feels kind of odd. Nobody else has scored for them, and we're 6.5 minutes into the game. There is Scoot Henderson with the dunk. 23-21, another former Blazer. C.J. McCollum with it, and that's the first basket scored by the Miami Heat from somebody other than Damian Lillard, and we are 7 minutes into the game. Tied at 23. Here's Logan. Hands it off for Isaiah Stewart. Beef stew. Drills the triple. Both teams shooting the long ball well here in the first quarter. Sheridan hands it off to McCollum for three. He got it. But once electric backcourt here in Portland for nearly a decade is single-handedly carving the Blazers up tonight. Henderson gets it to an open man. Stewart, pump fake, lets it fly. 2 first-quarter threes for Isaiah Stewart. 31-28, McCollum, no good. Rebound by Andre Drummond. He gets it over to Myron Sheridan. Sheridan finds Isaiah Joe. Joe with the screen inside for Derek Jones. In for the dunk. First points today scored by somebody other than Dame or McCollum. Final seconds of the first quarter now. Portland leads by 3. Lillard back in the game. Passes it to Mohamed Gay, who misses the three. And that'll wrap up the first quarter. The Trailblazers lead it 33-30 in a high-scoring start. Miami's only had 3 players score so far. Lillard, McCollum, and Derek Jones, all 3 of whom former Blazers. As Darius Springer hits the long 2 off of a step back. Nice seeing Springer take some of these tough shots as he's going to continue his hot start. Lillard, tough 3. No good. He actually missed a shot. I don't believe it. In transition now, Schroeder out to Springer. Long bomb is good. Darius Springer on the move. He's got 16. He's heating up. Here's C.J. McCollum with it. Guarded by Abachi. Inside for Derek Jones Jr., who throws it down. 36-38. Springer with it. Looking to back down on Lillard because he knows that's a mismatch. 3 guys inside to guard him. Doesn't matter. He's taking that as he gets the layup. Now we're tied at 40. Griffin with it, looking to drive inside. Khalil Griffin with the throwdown. I think Griffin's confidence has really improved this season, and we've seen that with some of the acrobatic dunks that he didn't really have towards the early portion of the year. McCollum open 3 is good. You'll notice the Heat had 2 guys on that side of the floor, and the Blazers only had 1. Portland is doubling Damian Lillard. Springer hits a 3. That'll put the Blazers right back on top. 21 points already for Darius Springer. 45-47, wide open in the quarter as Keita baits Diop. The Blazers are going with a new defensive strategy, trying to pressure the ball handler on that possession. It did not work. Griffin in the corner to DeAndre Ayton. Knocks down the 3. He can shoot it a little bit. And these 2 teams are now passing the lead around. Heat check 3 for Springer. No good. Griffin comes flying in and crashing down like he's Amelia Earhart. In for the slam. He got up there twice. Nice play by the rookie, Khalil Griffin, who continues to produce here for Portland. Tough 3 for Lillard is off, and as hot as Damian Lillard was in the first quarter, he has been ice cold here in the second. In transition, it's Abachi, who drills the 3 for the Trailblazers. 7-point game. Bam with the double. He takes it, and he's in for the layup. These teams are not scared of these double teams. 5-point Trailblazer lead. Here is Scoot Henderson inside. Heavily contested layup is good. Scoot Henderson in traffic. Floats it off the top of the glass and in. 58-50 now. Adebayo gets it to the rookie, Myron Sheridan, who sends it home. 6-point game now. Griffin with it. Drives inside. Another slam! Khalil Griffin playing above the rim. here in the first half as it's a 360 lefty slam. 8-point game. Here's Adebayo. He's wide open. Looney daring him to shoot. Bam Adebayo apparently can shoot the three ball now. Kevon Looney learns it the hard way. 3-point game. Griffin lobs it up for Big Loon. Kevon Looney with the dunk. 5-point game. Less than a minute to go in the first half. Actually, less than 20 seconds now. Here's Keita Bates-Diop. Inside for Bam Adebayo, who slams it home over Springer. 3-point game. Scoot tries to lob it up for Abaji. The Heat force the turnover, and they will score here at the end of the first half. It's Vasilij Micic with the layup. 1-point game. Henderson's going to have to heave it up. I don't know why he went for a step back. Doesn't go in anyway. And that'll wrap up what has been a very competitive, very high-scoring first half. It's been all about the offense here in Portland. 62-61 with multiple notable performers. Damian Lillard at 23 points. He had 21 in the first quarter. But in quarter number 2, he was ice cold. 1 of 6 from the field. Darius Springer has 21 for Portland. He has been just as good as Lillard, and he's been more efficient. Off of the miss, Ayton with the offensive rebound. He gets it to Griffin. He finds Scoot Henderson. Henderson looks to drive inside, has Ayton with the mismatch. Nice pass by Scoot Henderson in traffic. He saw that Lillard was guarding Ayton, and, well, that's lunchtime for DeAndre Ayton. Portland sticking with the double. It's making things tricky here for Miami, but they do score on this possession as Lillard makes the floater. Sheridan out to Damian Lillard off the screen. Lillard, 3-ball, good. Damian Lillard appears to be back to his first quarter self with already 5 points here in the third. Lillard's double, then he loses it. Griffin with the steal. Griffin for Abaji! Big lob for the Blazers. The best offense is good defense. Great steal and pass by Griffin. Great finish by Ochai Abaji. 66-69. Nice. Speaking of nice, Khalil Griffin drills for 3. He's got 15 points tonight, per usual, very efficient. Off the fake. Springer inside for the layup. He now has a team high, 25 points, and it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead. Lillard brings it up. Single coverage this time, and Portland might need to go back to doubling him. Lillard kind of just heaves it up, and he gets it to fall. 5-point game now. Schroeder inside, no good. Springer with the rebound. Foul, and 1 for Darius Springer. That should absolutely not have been a shooting foul. That was a clear reach by Myron Sheridan, definitely before the shot, but hey, we're not complaining. Here's Springer backing down inside, gets the shot to go down. He has 30 and 10, and we're still halfway through the third quarter. Plenty of ball left to be played as Abaji nearly steals it. Miami back with it. Lillard inside for Bam Adebayo, who gets the dunk. Heat within 6. Dante Branch, the rookie out of Duke, in the game as he throws it down. I feel like Dante Branch has really turned a corner. He's really starting to play well. Good to see him giving the Blazers some high-energy minutes as McCollum's shot is no good. Jones with the rebound. Back to McCollum. Heavily contested from Stewart, and it still falls. It's a 4-point game. You may have noticed the injury symbol on C.J. McCollum. He's a little bit banged up as Abaji misses the layup, gets his own rebound, and gets the putback. That's a good get back by Ochai Abaji, who had an open play inside that he missed, but he gets the putback and recovers. Nice lob for Derrick Jones. Nice pass for Lillard, and the Miami Heat bring it within 2. 83-81. Henderson fools Dame and throws it down on him. A poster from Scoot Henderson. The past and the present collide. 85-81 now. Isaiah Joe with it, guarded by Logan. Out to Lillard off the screen, and he immediately answers back after getting dunked on. 1-point game. Here's Griffin with it. Takes it himself to the rack. Khalil Griffin dunks on 2 guys there. He never showed this type of athleticism at college with the University of Tennessee, but apparently he's now a pogo stick jumper. Nice move by Lillard in for the layup. 87-86. Scoot Henderson brings it up the floor, and he's intercepted by Jones. Miami can take the lead here. Lillard inside for Najee Marshall, who sends it down for the Miami Heat, and they're now up by a point. Here's Scoot with the screen, looking to get the lead back. Deep 3 is good! Big shot for Scoot Henderson, and the Blazers are right back ahead by a pair. Here comes McCollum. He's trapped out to Lillard with a little bit of space, and again, that's all he needs. Damian Lillard back on fire, and fuego here for the Heat. Here's Scoot. Step back. Another one. Bang! Scoot Henderson and Damian Lillard are dueling right now. Both of them heaving up prayers from beyond the arc, and they're all falling. How about another one? Henderson at the buzzer. No good. An exciting third quarter, and we should have ourselves a thrilling finish here in Portland as the Blazers lead it 93-92. Here comes Scoot Henderson early in the fourth. Drives inside. Again in traffic. Honk, honk. The Ferrari's coming through. 3-point game. Here's Scoot out to Springer. Thinks about the three. Doesn't take. Inside for the slam. 34-10 for Darius Springer. That matches a career high in points. 34. Here is Scoot out to DeAndre Ayton. Ayton sends it inside. Nice move. Nice finish for the big fella. 7-point lead for the Trailblazers. Lillard's trapped again. He has somebody open. It's Mohamed Gay in the corner for Derek Jones, who hits the three. I think a lot of these double teams have often worked. We've only really seen the ones that haven't. But I think Portland doubling Lillard really hasn't been that bad of a strategy. Nice shot there for Miami. That one goes in for Keita Bates-Diop. Springer dunks it down on two defenders. He caught a body down low. And that's now a career high for Darius Springer. 36 points for the second-year pro. 3-point game. Here's Isaiah Joe for the tie. Joe has become one of the best three-point shooters really in the entire league, showing it there. Springer in for the layup. It's good. He's now got 38. The Heat are in takeover mode, though. Nice opportunity for Miami to look to get a lead. Lillard three. It's good. Quick start for Miami as they bring it within one. And the Blazers call a timeout. Here is Abaji with it. He gets it over to Scoot Henderson. Henderson looking for the screen. His three is good. Scoot Henderson buries the triple as it's a 4-point game. Here's Najee Marshall with it. He is tightly guarded by Griffin. Out to McCollum. Buries the three, and the Heat again bring it back within one. 110-109. Here comes Scoot Henderson with it. Passes it inside for Springer. That's a 40-piece for Darius Springer. 3-point game. Lillard for the tie. No good. Thank God. If he made that, I swear. On the other end, here comes Khalil Griffin. Takes it himself. Nobody's going to guard him. And he's in for the dunk. The lane was completely wide open. It's like you're a running back. The offensive line gives you plenty of room. That's exactly what happened there. 5-point game. Pick and roll for Bam Adebayo over Scoot. It's good. 114-111. Here is Springer with it. Has the size mismatch. He's doubled. Shot no good. Springer with his own rebound. Put back. And the foul! And one for Darius Springer. He is unstoppable tonight. A superstar is being born. Adebayo's blocked by Ayton. In transition, Ayton's pass is tipped, and Springer with a miraculous play to get it back. Springer, crossover, inside. No good. Big stop for the Miami Heat. On the other end now, here comes Najee Marshall with it. He's intercepted. Springer makes the play. On the other end, out to Griffin. Tough three. No good. Ayton with the rebound. And dominating. Throws it down over Bam Adebayo. 8-point game, 2.5 to go. Portland looking to put the finishing touches. Here comes Ochai Agbaji. In for the layup. It's a 10-point game as the Heat call timeout. They know they are in trouble. Lillard's three won't fall. He's gone ice cold again here in the fourth. Springer with his 14th rebound. That ties a career high as well. Crossover, layup, and one! Darius Springer is him! The Miami Heat cannot contain him whatsoever. Another and one for Springer, who's at 46 points. Springer obviously gets the double. Griffin for a wide open Scoot Henderson. Great ball movement by Portland. They recognize if somebody's doubled, that means somebody else is going to be open. Under a minute to go now. Blazers looking to finish it off for good. Springer's doubled. Out to Ayton in the corner for Khalil Griffin. Bang! 26 for Griff. And that'll do it. Who else but Darius Springer to dribble out the clock on his career night. 46 points, 14 boards, 5 assists, and most importantly, the W. 131-118, a thrilling game for the Portland Trailblazers as they defeat the Miami Heat. Hey, that rhymed. This game was all about the two offenses on both ends of the floor, just dominant, elite scoring the ball, not just from Springer and Lillard, but a lot of these other guys as well. We really leaned on our starters tonight. Our bench players only had 10 points the entire game, and the most amount of minutes anybody on our bench played was 12. We played our starting lineup the entire fourth quarter, other than Khalil Griffin, who would have been on the bench for like 2 minutes. We really leaned on our starters in the second half because it was such a close game. Obviously, Darius Springer led the way with 14, 6, and 5 on good shooting splits. The best game of his NBA career, bar none. He looked like a superstar. And at the beginning of the year, I really did not expect a big leap from him. I figured his efficiencies would go up, but he had the same role as he did last year. I was not expecting this, but he has really been a different player. Khalil Griffin, 26, 5, and 6 on good efficiency. All that kid does is make winning plays. 25 and 11 for Scoot Henderson on good efficiencies. Springer, Griffin, and Henderson combined for 97 points. That's a lot. Abaji with 13, Ayton with 11 and 18. As for the Heat, Lillard with 44. He was brilliant in the first quarter, brilliant in the third, but in the other 2 quarters, he was cold. 1 for 6 in the second quarter, 2 for 10 in the fourth, including 1 of 8 from 3. McCollum with 21, Bam with 17, Marshall and Jones also in the double figures. The Heat lived and died by the 3-ball, Lillard in particular, and they shot it fairly well, 19 of 44. We shot it even better, 13 of 27. The big difference is we won the battle inside. 72 points in the paint compared to 42. We won the battle on the glass because we're one of the best rebounding teams in basketball. And with that, we get ready for a 4-game road trip. We start with the Magic, who are one of the better teams in the East. The Knicks, who aren't so good, but they have championship pedigree in this series. And then the Spurs, who are obviously a tough matchup for us with Wemby and Giannis. We get offered this trade from the Nets, DeAndre Ayton for Michael Porter Jr. and Yusuf Nurkic. Ironic, getting Nurkic back for Ayton. I'm going to say no. We would end up going 2-1 in the games we simulated. We beat the Magic. We lose to the Knicks. And then we beat San Antonio. We got the edge over Wemby and Giannis this time. So after our rough week where we lost 2 in a row and nearly lost to the Bucks, we take 3 of 4. Pretty good. Wemby only had 15 and 12, a lot quieter than the last time we saw him. Scoot Henderson outplayed him, and Scoot Henderson throughout the entire month of January has been brilliant. With Shaedon Sharpe out, we've needed him to be the number 1 option, and boy has he. He's averaging 23, 7, and 5 on great efficiency here in the month of January. Now, Shaedon Sharpe's going to be back probably by the end of the week. It's been really fun seeing Scoot Henderson become the number 1 option. So let's take a look at the Denver Nuggets, who are in an interesting spot. They kind of lead this second tier of West teams from 6 to 11. And I will point out there are some questionable teams here within this second tier. The Suns have the 3rd worst point differential in the conference, but it could be worse. Your 2 best players could be out for the duration of the season, and that's what the Golden State Warriors are dealing with. Stephen Curry tore his Achilles. He's not coming back. Donovan Mitchell tore an elbow ligament. He'll be out for pretty much the rest of the year. And then John Collins is hurt as well. That's 3 of their 4 best guys who are currently hurt. As for our injuries, Sharpe and Simon should be back by the end of the week. We're not going to play them through injury here, though, today against the Nuggets, who look a whole lot different than the start of this series. Obviously, they're still led by Nikola Jokic, but the rest of their team looks very different, large in part by this trade. Michael Porter Jr. to the Nets for Cam Johnson and Dorian Finney-Smith. So Michael, never swing the rock. The possession is over. Porter Jr. is gone. They wanted to shake up the roster. They haven't been that good since they won the title a few years ago. They will be without Jamal Murray. He is hurt. But I do like this team's depth. They have an intriguing roster. They have some talented wings on the bench. Christian Brown, Bojan Bogdanovic leading the way, along with good forwards amongst the starting lineup with Kevin Huerter. They've got Cam Johnson, obviously, along with Aaron Gordon. The fellas in the locker room getting ready for the game as the Portland Trailblazers, currently in second place in the Western Conference, face off against the Denver Nuggets, who currently find themselves in 6th place, currently the final playoff team in the Western Conference. Portland's got a pretty tough stretch coming up. There's a polar bear here in Arlington, Texas. I'm looking at you, Washington, but we've got the Grizzlies and the Rockets coming up. But first, we've got to beat the Denver Nuggets. They have a big home court advantage because of, obviously, the altitude here in Colorado, the Mile High City. And I feel like whenever we play against the Nuggets in the series, the game ends up being wild. And I'm expecting some fireworks today. Regular starters here for the Blazers, although this might be it. until Sharp and Simons are back. And although I'm very excited for those two to return, I have kind of enjoyed this 10-player roster over the last month, seeing guys step up without our best starter and without our best bench player. But obviously things are going to be a lot easier with those two guys back in the lineup as Nikola Jokic, the two-time MVP and former Finals MVP, wins the tip, and we are underway here in the Mile High City. Jalen Pickett brings it up the floor here for the Nuggets. He gets it over to Jokic inside for Aaron Gordon. The high-flying forward out of the University of Arizona is in with the slam. Springer gets it to Ochai Agbaji with a dime for DeAndre Ayton. That was a ballsy pass. Good job by Agbaji to thread the needle there. Here's Pickett, loses it. Scoot Henderson with the steal in transition. He's going to look to take it himself for a little rack attack. Throws it down on the big man, Nikola Jokic, who goes tumbling down to the ground. 6'4" now. Here's Red Velvet. Kevin Huerter lets it fly with the screen from Jokic. Good shot contest by Agbaji, but the shot still falls. 7-6 now. Jalen Pickett literally loses it. He then misses the layup. He was wide open, too. On the other end, here is Ochai Agbaji. Gets the contested layup to fall, and the Trailblazers are back on top. Gordon thinks about the fadeaway, doesn't take it, gets it over to the newest Denver Nugget, Cameron Sideshow Bob Johnson, who hits the three, acquired via trade last month from Brooklyn in exchange for Michael Porter Jr., a starter on their championship team, as Khalil Griffin is intercepted in transition. Cameron Johnson with it inside. He gets the layup over Ochai Agbaji, and the Nuggets extend their lead. It's been a tough start for both offenses. The Nuggets haven't been too good on that end of the floor. Portland's been even worse, but they get a response from Darius Springer, who sends it home over Aaron Gordon. Big-time slam for Big Springer. 12-10 now. Pickett with it for the Nuggets. Inside for Aaron Gordon. Floats it up and in. Nice play. He's saying the defender is too small. And it's now 14-10. Here's Griffin. Thinks about the three. Doesn't take. Over to Scoot Henderson. He's got 4. Sidestep. Tough shot. It's good. Scoot Henderson's a tough shot maker. He knows how to make big plays. He's got 7 of the first 13 for the Blazers. Griffin inside, weaving his way through for the slam. 15-14 now. Springer out to Ochai Agbaji, looking for the screen. Agbaji takes it himself. I thought he was going to throw that down. Instead, he gets the layup. 3-point game. Here's Isaiah Stewart out to Agbaji. Pulls the 3. Drills the triple. Ochai Agbaji's got 7. Shot no good by Looney. Agbaji at the rim is blocked on the putback attempt. Big defensive play by Bojan Bogdanovic on the other end for Christian Braun. Hits the 3. Braun already smack-talking. That is so on brand for Christian Braun, having watched his entire college career unfold. That's him in a nutshell. Agbaji misses, but Isaiah Stewart is there with the rebound and the putback. 22-17 now. Brown guarded by the rookie Branch. Over to Bogdanovic. He connects with Peyton Watson, who drills the 3 for the Nuggets. Watson, the fourth-year forward out of UCLA, has developed into a nice rotation player for them, as the Nuggets with good ball movement here. Bogdanovic misses the 3, and that'll wrap up what has been a low-scoring first quarter. The last game against Miami was all about offense. This game is the opposite. It's all about defense. Into the second now. Branch inside. No good. Nice defense by Christian Braun. Here comes Watson up the floor. Schroeder tries to draw the charge. Doesn't get it. As Peyton Watson makes the floater, making it a one-score game. 25-22. Here's Springer. Crossover. Springer's trapped. He gets it over to Dennis the Menace. Schroeder. Tough layup is good. The old man still got a little bit left in the tank, as Schroeder makes it a 5-point game. Here comes Nikola Jokic. He gets it over to Christian Braun inside. Brown's floater attempt is good. One-score game once again. It's 27-24. Springer gets it out to Zay Logan, the rookie out of Alabama State. Sidestep, 3-ball, no good. Springer with the board. Darius Springer misses. Another rebound. Darius Springer with 2 offensive rebounds as he gets the putback, continuing to do the dirty work. Nuggets quickly respond with a dunk as it's 29-26. That one posterizing Springer. But Portland's right back on the other end. Sidestep jumper for Zay Logan is good. 33-26 now. Here is Dante Branch inside for Stewart. He gets it to Schroeder. Schroeder looks to drive inside. Layup over Christian Braun is good. And it's 35-26. Christian Braun with it on the wing now. Gets by Schroeder, and Christian Braun throws it down. That rhymed as well. Christian Braun has got some impressive athleticism. He can get up there. Scoot Henderson, speaking of guys who can get up there, floats in the layup over Braun, and it's 37-29. Henderson in the corner for Ochai Agbaji, and one! What a play by Agbaji. He's fouled by his former Kansas teammate, Christian Braun. Rock chalk. 40-31. Gordon guarded by DeAndre Ayton. Gordon blows right by him. Ayton was trying to intimidate him standing there, but he was too slow to react. 40-34 now. Here's Springer with it inside. Floats in the layup over Cameron Johnson. And it's now 42-34. Braun. Tough pass into the hands of Aaron Gordon. Over to Johnson to pick. And in the corner, three ball is good for Kevin Huerter. 7-point game now. Gordon hands it off back to Huerter. Huerter inside. Blocked at the rim. That's Khalil Griffin making the play on the other end. Griffin off the pass from Henderson. Hits the jumper. The best offense is good defense. Griffin with the block, and it's Griffin who gets the score. 9-point game. Here's Springer. Pulls the three. Bang! Nice shot for Darius Springer. He's in the double figures, coming off his 46-point game last week against the Heat. Griffin with the slam. We talked about it a lot in the Heat game. Khalil Griffin's dunk package is something else. He can get up there. 51-41. Here's Jalen Pickett. Spin move. Nice play by Jalen Pickett, the third-year guard out of Penn State. 51-43 now. Nikola Jokic guarded by Ayton. Jokic in for the layup. That's his first basket of the entire game. Half-court heave from Zay Logan is not in time. No good anyway. I don't know why he stepped back either. What's with this team and stepping back on these buzzer-beater shots? 51-45, low-scoring game. Portland with the lead. The big story of this one has obviously been the defense, particularly how Portland's been able to guard Nikola Jokic, who's been a non-factor. He just scored his first basket with 5 seconds left in the second quarter. Denver has to get him more involved. Henderson gets the floater to start the third. Nice play there by Scoot. 53-45 now. Pickett with the screen from the Joker. Back over to Nikola Jokic, and he gets the opening basket of the second half for the Nuggets. I've got to imagine they're going to make it a focal point to really get him involved and look to get him hot. Griffin connects with DeAndre Ayton, who gets the dunk. Only 4 points for Ayton, but he's been very impressive tonight defensively. Here's Kevin Huerter with it. Blows by two defenders. White man can't jump. Kevin Huerter gets the slam. 55-49 now. Here's Jalen Pickett. Takes it coast to coast. In for the layup. And it's a 4-point game. Gordon with it on the wing. Guarded by Darius Springer. Looking to get the screen here for Nikola Jokic. Heaves it up and it's good. Jokic playing a lot better. As I said, the Nuggets need to really make him the focal point. They're doing that so far and it is working. Springer with a great pass for Ochai Agbaji. He's in for the layup. Och now has 12. 57-53. Here's Springer out to Khalil Griffin. Doing a little bit of everything. 8, 4, and 4. Make it 5. Great backdoor cut by Agbaji, who makes the reverse layup. 6-point game. Here's Springer out to Khalil Griffin. Blows by the defense. Oh me, oh my! Mama! There goes that man! Khalil Griffin with a 360 windmill. That's impressive. Shot clock winding down. Huerter heaves up a prayer, and it's good. Kevin Huerter with a quick answer for the Nuggets, as it's a one-score game. 61-58. Here comes Griffin inside. Griffin passes it off of the Nuggets defender. Goes right back to him for the layup. Unconventional, but it works. 63-60 now. Here is Zay Logan. Sidestep jumper is good. Zay Logan just has such a smooth game. He continues to impress as I watch him more and more throughout the year. Here is Pickett. He's trapped, has an open man on the wing. It's Kevin Huerter, who drills another three. Huerter has unironically been the Nuggets' best player today. With Nikola Jokic struggling, he's been the man. Branch heaves up a prayer. What a shot! Dante Branch with an incredible three, as it's a 5-point game. Make it a 1-point game. Nuggets with a couple baskets after the big shot. Here's Henderson's three. No good. Kevon Looney with the offensive rebound and the putback. Nice play there by Big Loon. 70-67 now. Stewart had a wide open lane. Should have took it. Instead, he finds Scoot Henderson, who misses. Looney again with another offensive rebound. And Big Loon is there for the putback once more. 5-point game. Here's Gordon at the top of the key, under a minute to go in the third. Nice ball movement. Good finish by Cameron Johnson, who fools the defense, making the cut to the basket. 3-point game, 72-69. Tee-hee-hee. Nice. In the corner, here's Kevin Huerter. He knew that shot was in as soon as he took it. Kevin Huerter is feeling himself right now, and rightfully so. He has been very impressive shooting the basketball as he sends Dante Branch to another planet. Hits another three. Portland cannot stop him. 72-75. Final moments of the third. Scoot Henderson's shot is no good. Not a good end of the third quarter at all for the Blazers. Over those last 2 minutes, Scoot Henderson was kind of heaving up bricks. Nobody was getting open, and Kevin Huerter could not miss. Into the fourth quarter, Portland trails by 3. Here is Springer. Has the size mismatch with Christian Braun, and Springer will win the battle as he gets the layup. Here's Watson inside. He gets Braun, who's trapped. Back out to Watson for 3. It's good. The Nuggets did not shoot the 3-ball well for 2.5 quarters, but now they're getting the long ball to fall. 4-point game. Watson, spin move. What a move by Peyton Watson. He's taking advantage of the size mismatch as well with Schroeder. Here's Springer. Out to Griffin for 3. No good. Springer flies in for the offensive rebound and another putback. Darius Springer continues to be a monster on the glass. Looking at another possible double-double. 14, 9, and 5. Adds another pair of points as he sends home the dunk. 2-point game. Denver's in takeover mode, though. Here's Bojan Bogdanovic with the layup over Griffin. The old man still got quite a bit left in the tank. 4-point game. Springer is intercepted by Gordon. Cross-court pass for a wide-open Kevin Huerter, who still seemingly cannot miss. 78-84 now. Springer brings the ball up the floor. Springer inside over to DeAndre Ayton with the slam as it's a 4-point game. Springer tips it away. Jokic keeps it. Big recovery for the Nuggets. Kevin Huerter with it at the top of the key. Shot clock winding down. Huerter's going to have to get a tough shot off. And he drills it. Kevin Huerter has been him today. 80-86. Here's Jalen Pickett with it. He gets it out to Nikola Jokic. The Joker gets the layup to fall in as he trots back on the other end. 8-point game. Springer out to the big fella, DeAndre Ayton, who responds with a quick floater. 6-point game. Blazers are not out of it. Still 4 to go. Pickett gets a little bit of space from Schroeder. He's got Kevin Huerter cutting inside for the dunk. Agbaji trailing after him, and the lead is up to 8. Here comes Springer inside. He's trapped. Has Ayton open in the corner. Lawn 2. It falls. Darius Springer all of a sudden is on triple-double watch. 9 points and 8 assists to go with his 16 points. As Springer hands it off for DeAndre Ayton. Backs down on the smaller defender. He gets the layup. Lead is down to 4. Springer with a dime for Ochai Agbaji, who's in with the slam. Springer with his 10th assist of the game. He's a rebound shy of a triple-double. More importantly, it's a 2-point game. Springer guarded by Gordon. Inside, no good. Springer with the rebound, and he misses again. That would have been to tie it, but he now has a triple-double. First of his career. 88-90. Here's Pickett with it. He gets it to Jokic. Guarded by Springer. Jokic gets the hook shot to go in, and the Nuggets are ahead by 4. Following Denver possession, Pickett has to heave it up, and it is no good. Ayton with the rebound. He's got a double-double, 12 and 11. Ayton out to Scoot Henderson. Drives by Pickett. Scoot Henderson sends it down, and it's a 2-point game. 90-92 with a little over a minute to go. Jokic, jumper, no. Griffin with the rebound as Gordon's called for the loose ball foul. Griffin could look at a double-double as well. He's got 9 boards to go with his 12 points. Griffin in the corner. Screen from Springer. Griffin for the tie! Khalil Griffin makes it 92 apiece. 36 seconds to go. Jokic backs down on Ayton, and he misses it! Nikola Jokic misses it for the lead. On the following possession, Agbaji looks to draw the foul, and he doesn't. Big miss for Agbaji. Now the Nuggets have it back. Under 20 to go. Here's Pickett for Gordon for the lead. Aaron Gordon with the dunk, and the Denver Nuggets lead it by 2. 15.4 seconds to go. Shot clock unplugged. I think our best bet is to keep our same 5 on the floor. We've got to crash the glass. We can hold for a 3 or a 2. We can go for a quick shot as well. We haven't shot the 3 ball well tonight, 18.2%. So realistically, we might be looking for a 2. But if somebody's open, they're going to have to sling it. Here's Scoot inside over to Griffin for the lead. Bang! Khalil Griffin drills the 3. And the Trailblazers are ahead by 1 with 7 seconds to go. I keep saying it. I know I sound like a broken record, but this kid's a winner. He makes winning plays. So now on defense, I think they're looking for Jokic. I get that Kevin Huerter has been the man tonight, but they're going to look for their best player. I don't want him to get a good look inside. Obviously, we've got to keep DeAndre Ayton in the game. He's our best bet to stop him. 7 to go. 1-point game. It's in the hands of Jalen Pickett. Pickett looks for Jokic on the post-up. Jokic for the lead. It's good! Nikola Jokic puts the Nuggets ahead with 0.4 of a second to go as the Blazers call their last timeout. I don't think Portland can really run a play here. It's inbound the ball and heave it up. I don't know if he can realistically get it off in 0.4 of a second. So right now the Blazers are kind of hoping for a miracle. Zay Logan has a quicker release than Darius Springer in my opinion, so we're going to sub him into the game for Springer. We need guys who can just get it out immediately. I guess it doesn't really matter with Logan because he's going to inbound it to Abaji for the win. He got it! Ochai Abaji might have just won the game. And I say might have because we got to see if he got this ball off in time. Nonetheless, what a play by Abaji to potentially win it. Let's take a look at the clock right now. Clock hit 0. Ball is still in his hands. Man, that hurts. That shot's not going to count. And the Denver Nuggets survive. A game winner from Ochai Abaji is waved off as he does not get the shot off in time. And the Denver Nuggets survive. They win it by 1. Why is Ochai excited? We lost the game. Man, that one sucks. We could have had it there at the end, but Nikola Jokic gets a big layup, and then we don't get that last shot off in time. We couldn't have got it off any quicker. There was 0.4 of a second left. Kevin Huerter with 27. He was really impressive. Our focus was so much on Nikola Jokic that Huerter was able to get the offense opened up, and he led the way. Cameron Johnson with 15. Jokic with 14 on poor shooting. He was mostly a non-factor, but he hit the game winner. 8 points and 14 assists for Jalen Pickett with only 1 turnover. As for the Blazers, we did not shoot the ball well. We had our worst offensive game of the entire season. First time all year we've been held under 100 points. Griffin led the way with 17 points on 14 shots. Solid efficiency, better than everybody else. Ochai had 16 on 17 shots. Springer had 16 on 19 shots. Scoot had 13 on 17 shots. Springer gets a pass, though, because he got a triple-double. 16, 10, and 10. First triple-double of his career. And it's the first triple-double by any Blazers player the entire season. So that's pretty cool. So shout out to Darius Springer because he was the man today. DeAndre Ayton was also the man. 12 and 12 on 6 of 6 shooting. We should have gotten him the ball more because our offense could have used his spark. 5 of 23 from beyond the arc. That is just not going to cut it. We won the battle inside. We won the battle with the offensive rebounds. But the shooting was just piss poor. And we wasted a great defensive performance, only allowing 96 points. We're going to simulate these next 2 games, wrap up the month of January, and we get a very interesting trade offer from the Pelicans. DeAndre Ayton from Milwaukee's unprotected first-round pick. This is probably going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. Now, realistically, the Pelicans would not do this. Yes, they need a center, but DeAndre Ayton's not worth a top 5 pick. In terms of value for us, this would be a great deal, but since we want to keep the series realistic, that trade does not make sense. Speaking of high picks, look at this. The Thunder are going to offer us 2 first-rounders this year, one from the Clippers, they're bad, one from the Heat, they're kind of bad, for Scoot Henderson. I'm not going to do it, but it's interesting that these teams are looking to trade some of these high draft picks. Shaedon Sharpe and Anthony Simons would both become healthy on the same day. They both missed a lot of time. I think Sharpe missed 22 games, and Simons missed like 26. He missed over half the year. So we're going to keep Khalil Griffin in the starting lineup over Ochai Abaji. I love how Griffin's played this last month, and I want to keep him with the ones. This top 7 is going to be nasty. The other notable thing here is that We're going to give Zay Logan's minutes to Dante Branch. Branch has been a lot better than Logan here in the month of January, and Branch's efficiencies are now all of a sudden better, which is quite the contrary for what it's been for most of the year. Logan's going to go to the G League. I still feel like he's played really well, but he has cooled off here in the month of January, and if he's not going to play, I want him to get more run. He has had some good moments this year, particularly when we had all those guys getting hurt. He started some games, played well, but we don't need him in the rotation right now, so we're going to put him in the G League. Milwaukee saw us get offered big assets, so they decided to join the party. Their idea of a big asset, though, is James Wiseman. Not quite a top 5 pick. We ended up going 2-0 in the games we simulated. After our worst offensive performance of the year, we had our best offensive performance of the year the very next game. We had 5 players score at least 19 points, and we shot over 50% from 3. Quite the difference to the Nuggets game. And then against Washington, this was our first game with Shaedon Sharpe and Anthony Simons back in the lineup. We won by 20. The Wizards are pretty bad, so this was to be expected. Simons picks up right where he left off, leading the team with 29 points. Scoot Henderson with nearly a double-double. Shaedon Sharpe looked a little rusty, though. 18 points on 16 shots, 2 for 11 from 3. Darius Springer as well almost had another triple-double, 9, 11, and 8. So a couple guys close to triple-doubles in the win against Washington. With that, we're 37-12. We are still very much comfortably in second place. We no longer have the best point differential in the NBA. The Rockets do, and we play against them again to kick off the month of February. We have split with the Rockets so far this year, so I'm curious to see what happens in the rubber match. We're also going to get through the trade deadline in the next episode as well. I'm not really sure what I want to do because I feel like this team is in such a good spot as is, but let me know what you guys think. Should we make some moves? We've got a handful of assets, including young players and draft picks. If we want to make a move, now could be the time. But do we want to disrupt this beautiful team that has been so good to start this season? So I'm curious to see what you guys have to say down below in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.